Bam. Okay, it is Wednesday, the 3rd at 3:20 p.m. September 3rd. It is 31 degrees outside. It doesn't feel that hot. It does feel humid. My phone says it is 31 degrees. It says 31 degrees, feels like 31 degrees. We got 30% chance of rain today. It doesn't tell me the humidity though. I wish it told me the humidity. Gotta walk this way to get to a bike. I don't like those blue ones. They're not very nice to ride on. So we're gonna walk through this little neighborhood here and get that yellow bike over there. That one. One of those two. Whichever one is newer. Oh, look at the cat. Hi, cat. Hi, street cat. How's it going? You okay? Doing good? Yeah, meow. I want to pet you, but who knows? You know. Actually, true story, just had a friend, a former student, on Instagram. She was my student back in like 2013, around that time. I think she was in my first class of students, so she might have been like 2013, no, 2007. Maybe she was in my first class of students in like 2005. She was in Turkey. She does, she's like a professional chef for, that gets hired by people on yachts. And
카카오티 바이크 안전운행하세요.
카카오티 바이크 안전운행하세요. She is like a professional chef for people on yachts, and so she does a lot of stuff in like, what am I trying to say, like the Mediterranean areas. And she was in Turkey with some friends and pet some cats and got violently sick and had to go to the hospital. And was saying basically her and her friends all ate exactly the same things, but she was the only one that got sick. She was also the only one that pet all the cats. So she thinks petting the street cats there, the stray cats, is what got her violently ill. And the doctors agreed with her. As a side note, the hospital stay in Turkey looked like a hotel. Like the hospitals in Korea are pretty nice. The one that she was at in Turkey looked super nice. Ooh. That guy was filling up his bike tire with air, because there's a bunch of free air refilling stations near schools and the like. Because they want to encourage people to ride bikes. So anyways, moral of the story is I don't pet stray cats. I look at them and I'll feed them and I'll talk nicely to them, but I don't touch them. But that's been a policy of mine for years, because I had a former street cat for about 9 years. He was my cat, just died a couple of years ago. But I never wanted to bring home any diseases to him. And a lot of those cats, I mean, if you look closely, the one in my video just now, his skin didn't look 100% healthy, you know? So, look, talk, don't touch. You could feed them too, I guess. Yeah, but I hope that cat stays healthy and happy. My cat ended up having a nice life. I'd like to think it was a nice life. I wish I could go back and redo the last year of my cat's life before he died, just because I followed some bad advice given to me by a vet in Gangnam. Shouldn't have followed that vet's advice. Cost me thousands of dollars. Did some procedures on my cat that I think were not necessary, and didn't even address the main concern of why my cat was sick. And then took it to a family friend who diagnosed it within like 30 minutes, which made a lot more sense. You know, this is why he's having trouble breathing, this is why he's not eating. Do this. I took that second vet's course of action, and my cat stopped losing weight and stayed alive for another 6 months, when it looked like he wouldn't have made it another week, you know. But he was a good cat. The best cat. What do I need to do today? I need to go home. I need to review the vocabulary and endings for the subjunctive mood, chapter 3, Latin. Let's see if I can do them. Ponam, ponas, ponat, ponamis, ponatis, ponant. What else do I need to do? I need to read chapters. I already finished chapters 16 through 20 in Beowulf. I need to read 20 through 24. And then combine the quizzes into one for my 12th grade class because they're reading Beowulf at double the speed that I've done before. Which is what they should be doing. That's the way it should be. It's only like 9 pages. Oh, here we go. Can we see those koi fish today? Oh yeah, you can. Look at those guys. They're big. They're big old guys. Can you see them down in there? I can. I hope you can too. Can you see the duck sitting on the rock? There's a duck that likes to sit on this rock. I don't know why. Just one duck on a rock. Tell me this isn't a nice view. I'm gonna take you up here. Tell me that's not nice. Maybe with the construction it's not nice, you know. This is pretty nice, right? Ah, the old clock stuck at 12:05. Well, I think it's about that time. So, thanks for bearing with me on the bike ride.